Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News from Tainan Radio and Television Station. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin the news day with an update on the situation of acute pneumonia caused by novel coronavirus COVID-19, according to source from the Ministry of Health. Updated at 11 on March 18, 2020, in the world, 198,419, death 7,987, recovery 80,970. In Vietnam, 67 cases of COVID-19, including 51 cases positive for COVID-19 are being treated. 16 people were cured completely. As of March 17, the total number of suspected cases include 4,295. Total number of suspected cases under surveillance and isolation 126. Total close contacts and entry from epidemic areas under health monitoring isolation 31,659, including isolation at home, places of residence 22,817. Total cumulative sample tests 9,696. Number of positive samples 67. Number of negative samples 9,629. On March 17, on behalf of the Vietnam Central Fatherland Bronx Committee, Secretary of the Party Central Committee, Chairman of the Vietnam Central Fatherland Bronx Committee, Trần Thanh Mẫn, called on the people to join in supporting the prevention of the COVID-19 epidemic. The launching ceremony was attended by Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc and online to 63 bridge points of province and city nationwide.
At the Tainan Bridge Point, Mr. Phạm Văn Tân, Deputy Secretary, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, and Mr. Nguyễn Văn Hợp, Member of the Standing Committee of the Provincial Party Committee, Head of the Department of Public Affairs, Chairman of the Provincial Fatherland Brunch Committee, chaired the meeting. Speaking at the ceremony, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc praised the forces participating in the fight against epidemic, preserving the safety of the community, contributing to building the image of a safe and compassionate Vietnam. Mr. Nguyễn Xuân Phúc affirmed that Vietnam has enough capacity, resources, and surely will to control the disease. The party and the state always put people's health as the top priority and most important target. In the past time, many scientists, business people, artists, actors have contributed efforts, many call for community contributions, showing the spirit of solidarity. At the same time, the Vietnam Fatherland Brunch Committee called on the people of the country, organizations and individuals at home and abroad to join hands with the government and localities to create material and spiritual resources to support the people to live. In the Mekong Delta and South Central regions, they are being damaged by drought, saltwater intrusion, production and life stabilization.
Industrial Index Production IIP in February 2020 in Tainan Province increased slightly from the previous month but increased sharply over the same period, up nearly 35%. Main industrial products increased over the month such as clothes of all kinds, ties and tubes of all kinds, electricity produced. Generally, in 2 months, industrial production activities in the area were relatively stable and increased by more than 14% over the same period in 2019. Economic sector increased over the same period. Processing and manufacturing industry increased by nearly 11%. Electricity production and distribution increased by 173%. Water supply, waste treatment activity increased by nearly 25%. Most major sub-sectors increased over the same period, particularly the food processing industry, non-metallic mineral production decreased due to the impact of sugar products, wheat, tar, cement. According to the Department of Industry and Trade of Tainan, the contribution to industrial growth in January and February 2020 is still mainly from industry with high production value such as textile, rubber and latex, leather and related products, food processing. However, due to the impact of the COVID-19 epidemic, it has reduced the overall growth of the industry in the first months.
In February 2020, the import-export turnover of goods in Tân An province was estimated at nearly $442 million, down sharply nearly 33% from the previous month and down nearly 32% from the same period last year. The main reason in this period is that the Lunar New Year took place, so most of the import and export trading activity were postponed. At the same time, the complicated COVID-19 epidemic has also partly affected the export, especially the wheat stock and products from stock. Export turnover in February 2020 reached over $260 million, down 32% from the previous month. Accumulated export turnover reached over $644 million, down 8.4% over the same period, estimated to reach nearly 21% compared to the plan in 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, on March 16, the Central Committee of the Vietnam Red Cross donated 30,000 medical masks to 3 hospitals in Hanoi to meet the needs of using masks for physicians who are at front line in the fight against COVID-19. The 3 hospitals that received face mask support this time are the National Hospital of Pediatric, Viet Breast Hospital, and the National Hospital of Tropical Diseases.
On March 13, the Central Committee of the Vietnam Red Cross donated 30,000 medical masks to 3 hospitals in Hanoi to meet the needs of current masks for physicians who are at front line in the fight against COVID-19. 3 hospitals that receive face mask support this time are the National Hospital of Pediatrics, Viet Đức Friendship Hospital, and the National Hospital of Tropical Diseases. At each hospital, the Vietnam Red Cross Central Committee donated 10,000 masks. The Central Committee of the Red Cross of Vietnam wishes that with the addition of medical masks this time, it will have physicians, those at the front line in the fight against COVID-19, feel assured to carry out their mission. At the same time, the Central Committee will actively mobilize agencies, units, and businesses across the country to accompany physicians in the role of fighting the disease. According to hospital representatives, a medical mask is an essential item for doctors and nurses. In recent days, hospitals have tried to balance the number to ensure the full range for doctors. However, hospitals still need a large number of masks to distribute to patients and their family members who are treating or visiting hospitals through the Vietnam Red Cross. These units wish to show a social responsibility to the community in the context of complicated COVID-19 epidemic.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.